This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
What else is notable at the time is Daniel Bryan, who came back at SummerSlam. He's got his first singles match after his return. He's going to lose to Michael Tarver in under 3 minutes. Why do you think it took so long for WWE to come around on Daniel Bryan? Was it just, did Vince not like his look? Did he not like his work? Did he not think he was big enough?
Well, whoever knows what the reasons are. There was really no reason that made any sense, because all you have to do is listen to the audience, and he was getting over, and he was doing it, because he was an everyday guy, a blue collar guy that had earned his way and paid his dues in the Indies, and that word had caught around. We used to think that indie hotline wasn't all that powerful, but it is. Word gets around, and when there's a new guy out there that the audience feels like should be on one of the big companies and one of the big shows, they'll let you know.
No doubt about it. And the fans are with him. Michael Cole is going to spend most of the match though with Daniel Bryan and Michael Tarver, burying him in his vegan ways. That feels like a Vince directive. Do you think that was, I know this sounds silly. I almost feel funny even asking it, but I don't think Michael Cole would have done that on his own, right? Somebody was in his ear telling him to make fun of the fact that he didn't eat meat, right?
Well, yeah. And then what does that mean? Who cares?
Right.
Yeah, of course. Everything comes from the top.
Next up, we've got a good match. Daniel Bryan and The Miz are going to go 12 minutes and 27 seconds, and Daniel Bryan gets his big moment. He wins the United States title. Alex Riley comes out with Miz, and your old pal Matt Stryker gave you a shout out on commentary right in the middle of the match. He says, "Shades of Double A, happy birthday. You belong in the Hall of Fame." I guess this was your 52nd birthday. Golly, look at you getting old. 62 this month, huh?
That's correct. Well, thanks, Matt. I never knew that. That was nice of you. You could have sent me a check too. I'd have been all right with that.
Hey, you get your checks around the 27th. Calm down.
Yeah. No complaints. Yeah, boy.
Hey, appreciate everybody tuning in here on adfreeshows.com and for hitting that subscribe button. It means a lot to Arn's family and my family around the 27th of the month every month.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Bryan suddenly gets the label lock and Miz taps, not like a Danielson main event. You'd see at an indie show, but even with the WWE style, it was probably the best match on the show. That's directly from the Observer. Old Dave gave it 3.5 stars. I don't know why, but I think Daniel Bryan and Miz is going to go down as one of those great all-time classic feuds. Even a few years ago when Daniel wasn't wrestling again, they had that whole talking smack blow up, and it had everybody talking. Something about their chemistry really works, does it not?
Yeah, of course it does. Well, here's the biggest mistake that anybody could make. Daniel Bryan's the veteran.
Right.
Miz was the rookie. They had it backwards on how they were presenting it because he was a WWE guy and Daniel was from the Indies. But the reality was, and the audience knew, he's the one paid his dues. He's the one who had the most ring time. He was the best worker. He had the best psychology. He had the best work ethic, but he was considered the underdog. And that's what helped flame that up so much. And Miz was a guy, if you give Miz a microphone 3 minutes later, you want to go in there and baseball bat the guy because he can get heat.
Oh yeah.
He's a heel, but he was working, that WWE style, which didn't allow for the 5-star match that you could have had with Daniel Bryan and say Dolph Ziggler. The work rate was just not there, for Miz to be able to counter all those submissions that Daniel could have plugged in anywhere and all that and made that a real chess match. Not his fault. It was the way he was groomed and taught in the business. But Daniel Bryan can do a lot of cool stuff.
No doubt about it. Go back and watch this one. I think it's the best match on the card. I agree with the readers of the Observer. Who would have ever predicted though, on the heels of this? Gosh, the next year, Miz is in the main event of WrestleMania against John Cena and wins. And of course, 4 years after this, man, the yes thing really catches on, and Daniel Bryan has one of the more spectacular WrestleMania moments at WrestleMania 30. It's fun to go back and watch this before they really sort of hit it big with the audience.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.